and feel like
Good evening, you guys, and welcome to Kitchen Table Talk Live with SpillitBoyTV. As you can see from the screen, we are going to be talking about the VMAs 2021. Listen, it was a good show. It was a good show last night, and we turned it out. As far as entertainment goes, we turned it out. We're going to talk about it. There were some great performances, some breakout performances, some drama, real drama, some wardrobe malfunctions that actually have led over into my world and what I actually do. And we're talking cancel culture yet again. So like I said, there's some drama and there's definitely some things to talk about. This is not your normal award show review. So sit back, get ready, and let's get on with the show. Hey guys, welcome to Kitchen Table Talk Live. I'm SpillitBoyTV, and listen, it's good to see you all. Hey, Regina. What's up, GM Ashley? What's up? Hey, Miss Mom and Jade. And hey, you guys, what's going on? Carolyn, hey, good to see y'all. Like I said, listen, this is not my normal award show banter that I usually do. We're going to really do some chit-chatting because there's some stuff that actually went down. So there was a whole lot going on, baby. I said, oh, listen. I was going through and I said, baby, let me go on down here and click this camera on. Listen, and then the two worlds collide. The vloggers, the folks on Twitter, performance. Baby, listen, this is the MTV VMAs 2021. Let me go ahead and just start right here with, I'm not going to sit here and give you a blow-by-blow of the show. If you didn't see the show, I don't know what to show you. Sit on down and just pay attention and you're going to catch the tea. But I'm not going to sit here. That's not what I do. I don't sit here and fill in for what you didn't see. Listen, we're going to talk about the things that stuck out to me. If those of you who haven't met me before, that's what I do. I literally, when I review something, I review from a standpoint that you already seen it and I already seen it, and we're sitting down having a chat about what I saw. That's what I do. But when you come to me and you basically are kind of looking at me for, oh, well, I didn't see any of it, so tell me what actually happened. The first thing I'm going to do is give you very and just what was it that you were doing that you didn't see the show? That's what I gave. So listen, let's go ahead and get to talking about this. Now, naturally, everybody was waiting on Chloe Bailey. Everybody was waiting on Normani. Everybody was waiting on Doja Cat. Everybody was waiting on Busta Bus. Everybody was waiting on Alicia Keys. Yeah, you know what it gives. And so that's what we were doing. We were waiting on these people, and you know how we do. So let's just go on right to that. Let me start right here. I'm gonna start with Little Nas X because Little Nas X, you all know I love Little Nas X, child, and Little Nas X is one of the biggest trolls of the industry, and that's what it is. So we've come to expect this from Lil Nas X. So it's like, okay, so I have to say, I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed. I thought for sure he was going to do Industry Baby, and he did. I thought for sure there would be some pieces of Montero, call me by your name. I thought there would be some of that, and he did it. Um, he, I knew there would be some raciness, some. It was common for him. It was on brand for him. It was all the things that I actually expected from him. But let me tell you about his performance, what I did not expect. And this is what I've come to think is so cute about Lil Nas X. He does his little dancing, and it's always a constant conversation about him and his gay. Everybody always got a problem with Lil Nas X and his gay. Child, okay. So we expected it. I said, here we go. What you gonna do this time? Honey, he was doing his little booty pops. Them little booty pops is so funny to me because little child, I said, he's not a dancer. And he put himself up here with professional dancers. So it's really a cute effort. And he's a cute little guy. He really is cute. His body is nice. He wears cute clothes. You know, they're very flamboyant, and, you know, all that stuff appeals to me. I'm like, go ahead. You know, he did costume changes, you know, the things that queens do. And he was floating around, and he's doing costume changes. We're going to talk about one of his costume changes in a minute. But usually I get my whole life off of Lil Nas X, and then the controversy comes with Lil Nas X. And this is what we've grown to know over the last 8 months or so. But this time, no. He did the little shower scene, and the boys had the little pink, they had pink boxer briefs on with rhinestones on them. So it appeared to be wet, which really only he really got wet, and then a couple of people that was close to him. Which, I mean, again, it was it was sexy, it was cute, it was all those things. He actually came out, you know, the song has that whole marching band feel. So again, his whole performance was very the boy version of Beyonce. It was very her Coachella thing. The backdrop was Coachella-esque. The whole marching band thing, that's the part of the front. So it was very that. And I noticed that a lot. A lot of his thing, he does exactly what the girls do. And that's the worker. And people get mad because he does a good job. But he does his own boy version of the same thing the girls are doing. They're all copying B and Cardi. He does the same thing. And it's cute. And it works for him. So listen. All that was cute. But Lil Nas X, come here, baby. Come on in close to the screen, because one thing that you did that queens never do is you got upstaged. You, even in all of your drama and your, drama is really an easy word for you. No. In your conflama. Okay? Through all of your conflama, babe, you got upstaged. You sure did. You got upstaged. I sat there and I said, are you kidding me? Jack Harlow upstaged Lil Nas X last night. He was so absolutely cute in this number. You know, I think it's very cool that they are collaborating and that Jack Harlow has been so good as far as this whole Industry Baby situation. He's been very cool, and it's turned out really well for him. He's very confident in his sexuality. He doesn't feel any type of way. He portrays himself as himself. He's not doing anything that he doesn't want to do in the video. He's not uncomfortable with anything else that's going on around him in the video. And if he is, he's a damn good actor. But all of those things gives him complete cool points. Him and Lil Nas X, they came out, when he came out for his portion of the song, this is something that actually happens as me being an LGBTQIA person. Even when people are cool with us, a lot of times you still see the angst, you still see the separation, and you don't see like true buddies. I get the feel that they're truly cool with each other. When they came out, it was, see, it's always for me, because I'm a performer, so it's always with me, it's the little things. When they came out and they did that little clap, that little high five, that little modified high five they did, it was very cute. And it was something very small, but it was a nuance, and it said everything. It said everything. It said, I got you, you got me, and we got each other, and let's go ahead and do this. That's what it said to me. And as soon as they did that, it just, I felt good. I felt good. And then Jack started doing his thing, and I'm looking at Jack. Of course, you know, the boys running around, they all got on pink and rhinestones, and they, you know, doing their thing. He had on all black patent leather, very cute. And he just looked cute. And for whatever reason, he did his verse. He was doing his thing. He stayed in his own character. He wasn't trying to be anything that he wasn't. And it just worked. And for me, he was the standout of the whole performance. He was the standout of the whole performance. And I don't even know anything really about Jack Harlow other than him hanging out doing Industry Baby with Lil Nas X. I don't know. I couldn't call you one of Jack's songs. Not one. I've seen him at different things, but I couldn't call out one song and say, yeah, that's my jam by Jack. I don't know a damn thing about nothing that Jack do. But Jack did that last night. I said, come through, Jack. And for me, Lil Nas X, it's all right, but baby, you got upstaged by your co-star. Queens never do that. So watch that next time. But yeah, I felt like he upstaged Lil Nas X, and he didn't do it on purpose. It just was what it was. But the number overall was cute. It really was cute, but it's what we come to expect. So that's another thing. Now, what you're doing has gotten old. And I'm telling you, I've been a cheerleader. I've been down here rumbling with folks and carrying on with the folks and all of that with your foolishness and your trolling. And I'm telling you now, it's time to step your Tucci up, sis, because now that's kind of gotten old and it's time to move on to something else. But still a fan. Still a fan. But Jack Harlow, it was Jack's night with that. I said, come through. Are you hungry? Come on, Jack. So I enjoyed that. I really did. Love that little handshake. That little handshake just did it all for me. Let me move right on over to another person who we were really waiting to see, and I got exactly what I was looking for. You know what I mean? I wasn't surprised. I wasn't blown away. I wasn't underwhelmed, but there was no shock value to it. I don't feel as though she stepped her cookies up on this. Was Miss Normani. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Nothing about her look. Well, I do got an issue about the look, but she's beautiful. Wait, before I get to Normani, I got to swing back right quick to Lil Nas X. Hold on. This is the other thing that happened, Lil Nas X. Come here. Come back to the screen, baby. Come here, sugar. Okay. So you were switching clothes and carrying on, and that's the thing. You can change clothes 9 million times, and all of it could be really good, and it'd be like you turned it out. But as soon as when you pull a stunt where you change your clothes like that, and you're not a host, One bad outfit can screw up everything. Now, I'm going to tell you, when you were doing your press, after the end, you had on a two-piece pink leather outfit. It was pants and the jacket that was very reminiscent of what he had on Saturday Night Live, but it was pink leather and pink suede. Baby, that was a nasty old piece of outfit. It was sharp, 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 sharp. All the other stuff that he had on, I was like, whatever. Whatever. But that little pink jacket and top was everything. But let me tell you what wasn't everything. This shit here. If you don't get your ass somewhere and sit all the way down, that is horrible. It's horrible. It is horrible. I hate it. I hate it. It's Versace. And God knows I live for Miss Donatella. But girl, Miss Donatella, you dropped the ball, girl. The two of you all got together and you two clowned, honey. This was awful. This was awful. Now, this is the thing. You got your own thing going on. And like I said, being different is just that. You're different. Just do what you want to do and keep it moving. Right here, you were channeling people. You ain't even been around doing this long enough to be starting to channeling folks and carrying on. You're doing your own thing and it works. It's okay. Okay? What this is, you done ran your ass up there and grabbed one of the sketches that they done for Billy Porter. See, because this ain't nothing but a moderation of something Billy Porter done already wore. If you actually go over there and watch Cinderella, it's very much similar to what Billy Porter has on in Cinderella. But it has the fit is off. Like that, how that one piece, that shoulder piece is dropped down really far. Now, I know that's done on purpose. I know Donatella for her works. It's done on purpose, you know, to not give the whole illusion of, oh, I'm in drag, so I'm wearing this in drag. So it has that androgynous thing going on with that whole nipple out. That nipple is out on purpose. But having that nipple out on purpose is just stupid. And that's bad enough. This doesn't say Lil Nas X to me. All of your other stuff that you've done in the past, the weird outfits and the really racy push outfits, they've all said Lil Nas X. They've said, yes, this is him doing his different, and I was cool with it. This outfit, I'm just going to jump out there and say, this ain't you. The only thing that's you in the whole outfit was your shoes. Because I generally hate your shoes, other than when you wear tennis shoes. I generally hate your shoes. I don't know why. I never like the shoe that they put on them. I'm like, I know good and well with the taste that you have, you always could find a better shoe than the shoes that they put him in. And again, he had, you know, that was on brand. You had on a pair of shoes that wasn't about shit. Okay. And I live for the fact that he doesn't just go in pumps, because he could have just went in pumps, but he ain't going in pumps. He always has on a male shoe, but it just be the wrong shoe. The shoe is always off. But the worst part of this whole outfit is that damn wig. Where in the hell did you get Rick James's wig, honey? Soon as I seen that wig, I said, Unity. I said, where you get Rick James's wig at? That wig is terrible. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I ain't got no time for 2021 for no Wave Nouveau Jerry curl wig. Do you understand? All of this, burn this. Burn this. This is terrible. I hate it. Donatella dropped the ball. Whoever the wig, babe, listen. Take your behind to the Valero or go on down to Mrs. Kim's Wigs, Boots, and Auto Body Shop and get you a good wig. That Wave Nouveau doo-wop, I hate it. I definitely gave my Lil Nas X, and I still love you, darling. I still love you, but I'm sorry, but I have to give you worst dressed of the night. You were the worst dressed of the night. And then it was so funny. He was having such a good time. He won awards and all of that. I saw you, honey. I saw a little clip of them putting you on the in your transportation, love. Don't do that again either. Don't do that again. Don't let them catch you out there like that. Again, these are things. You're young and you're still learning, but things that a queen doesn't do. You was given this, baby, getting back on that bus, honey. Your ass was toasted, honey. Toasted. I mean, literally staggering to the bus. I said, no, don't let them catch you like that again. Do you understand? All right. Mimi has spoken, honey. I know this is my other persona, but I'm speaking from a Milan Trésor seat at this point. That's not something that queens do. You don't let them catch you. No, not at all. You get drunk when you get back to your place. You don't get drunk and let them catch you. You know how they do. They're always on you for something anyway. So, they're always watching. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. I still love you, though, Lil Nas X. But I'm going to give you that work when you be out of order. And don't put that goddamn Rick James wig on back on no more. I told you when I said unity. That wig was awful. I hated it. Normani, my beautiful sister. I was so happy to see you there. Happy to see you there. And girl, things are starting to move on for you, as they should, because you're a talented somebody. You understand? But there was no pop to your performance last night. Your performance literally I felt like I was watching a long TikTok video. And I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if that was her fault, or is that just that the choreography that Sean Bankhead did was so good that literally some of the choreography was actually was infused into what Lil Nas X did with some of Normani's choreography. I clocked that. So that was pretty cool, and I didn't feel like he was stealing from her. I think it was like a nod, and this is the thing with the new artists. These kids are cool. And I don't think they get down like that, all that backbiting. I think they do borrow from each other, and they're like, it's cool, There was a lot of the lip sync versus the live singing. Again, that is, you tour a lot. So I expect you to be pretty good at that, but I could tell that you were doing some singing and some singing you weren't doing. Chloe Bailey has it pretty much down pat at this point on that. But again, the person who she is a prodigy of has that goddamn thing on lock. But again, I am one old nasty drag queen, honey. And lip syncing is my business. And yes, I know when you're singing and when you ain't singing. There was some lip syncing going on. But with everything with Normani, I don't know. It just seemed she was counting. She was counting, and she just wasn't laying in the pocket. It was like she wasn't, how you could tell when you're really comfortable with your choreography and stuff, and it just flows. It wasn't just flowing. She knew the moves, but the actual stage setup there, it just seemed like, okay, I got to get over here. All right. Okay, I got to get over here. All right, the slide across the floor part, which is actually one of my favorite parts of the video, was awful. It was awful. They put down a little towel and she sat on it, and they try to slide her. Now I understand it's an award show, and you're a smaller artist. You're not a huge artist such as Beyonce. So no, I can imagine that they couldn't do the whole moving floor thing, but it just came across very cheesy. That first slide, I said, when that was the first thing I saw, I said, okay, where are we going? But anyway, The choreography was good. The costuming was cool. All of that. But again, no pop. There was nothing that got me excited. I didn't get excited about it. Absolutely, that's in the video. Like when Sincere just said, Normani's choreography remind me of Aaliyah's Rock the Boat. I covered all of that when she first released the video. Absolutely, absolutely. That when I said, I hate to say I told you so, but I did tell you so. Aaliyah and Janet Jackson, and that's exactly what came out with this whole thing as they were doing their thing. It's definitely a nod to Rock the Boat. It definitely is a nod to Janet Jackson and Beyonce. I'm going to say this. In the video, her hair was cute, and it read really well with what was going on in the video. But again, remember, the video has a lot of close-up shots and different things like that, and they're all edited to perfection. With this being on stage with these braids, I didn't like it. I did not like it. I didn't like her hair at all. I said, nope, she should have had her hair out. She needed her hair out. She needed some hair. She needed some volume, some type of volume. It didn't have to be anything long, but I just would have preferred that she had something with some hair, with some movement, because she just needed something. It was just something was missing. It needed a pop. It needed something. It needed something. It's just like I said, I felt like I was watching a compilation of TikTok videos. I didn't like it any more than any of the TikTok videos that I've seen of people doing Sean Bankhead's choreography. So that's where I was with the whole performance. And then at the end, she did a whole nod to Janet Jackson, and it just came across cheesy for me. It came across cheesy because it was a complete copy of exactly what Janet did. And it would have been different if you were actually doing a tribute to Janet. But you literally just pulled something out of Janet's stage show and put it in there, and you even had Janet in the background. Did y'all listen really close? You heard, would you mind? You could hear it underneath. I said, okay, I get it, but And it should never be like that. That is one of Janet's moments. And then you actually had Tiana Taylor as your co-star for that piece. That was supposed to be a wild moment, and I wasn't wild. I was just like, I really walked away from the whole performance like, so what? It was cool. It was good. And I'm not saying anything bad about it. It was good. But it was, so what? So what? I could have watched the video. And then the whole Janet Jackson thing, you didn't do it as well as Janet. Nowhere near. I would have rather watched Janet. And when I talk about the drama, we're going to jump back to that after I cover my other things. That this whole piece, that Janet Jackson piece right there, that right there, that ran us into some of the drama that ensued later on, which it happened to be today. But so that was the thing with Normani. She had Tiana Taylor. And again, even with that, I walked away and I just felt like, oh, okay, so what? Now, here it is. I'm going to say my two favorites of the night. This was one of them, and it was Doja Cat. Doja Cat came out here and peed on the girls. And now hers was a nod as well. Hers was a nod. I saw Pink and I saw Gaga. Now, the thing about it is, you can't do a nod to Gaga, and you can't do a nod to Pink unless you're uber talented. And this is one of the things that I've said. There's been drama with Doja, and I know she goes back and forth with the people and all of that, but it is what it is. I told you all, this girl is a theater kid, and she knows what the hell she's doing. She knows what she's doing. Doja came out there and showed y'all something altogether different. She came and she was dangling from the ceiling, which is Pink. You know, Pink's going to give you a whole ballad dangling from the ceiling. First of all, the red outfit that she had on was sickening. It was sickening. That outfit, she could have took that outfit. It was like palazzo pants, and the shirt was fitted with a one sleeve situation going on, an old nasty piece of shoulder out, and her hair was blonde, and she had a bob that was a wet look. And she was so clean. It was so clean. It wasn't, because you know she do costumes and she does all that stuff, and she just didn't do it. She literally came out and she wowed us with something totally different that we haven't seen her do before. The song is totally different. That she said that the last time I saw Doja Cat, and she was doing, I think she's doing my little song. I like it. She said, when I come back, everything's going to be different. I'm moving from that phase into something totally different. And she did. The music is totally different. You know, she still is her. She's one of the people you could hear her, you know when you hear her, it's her. But this was like a whole different mood. She did all of that. There was this beautiful circle. It was like a ring of lights that was moving about with her that was so flawless. So she did all of that. It was beautiful. She come down from the ceiling, and then she hit y'all with a whole So You Think You Can Dance. Full out choreography. Full out choreography and dance, not video choreography. I'm talking professional dancer dance. Slayed. Had her little mic piece, still singing or lip sync. She was doing some of both too. But it was perfect. The performance was fabulous. It was fabulous. And it was very theater, very high drag. But that outfit, like I said, she could have wore that outfit to a wedding. She could have stood on stage and sang a song in that. She could have did press in that outfit. It was just one of them outfits that is just so sickening that you could just do a whole bunch of different stuff in it. Whoever did that, I don't even know what designer did the outfit, but it was flawless. And it was bright red. I said, Miss Thing, we see you, honey. We see you. And I think that whole thing for Doja, she gave you all, listen, I'm going to show you something. And when I walk off of here, you're going to have no other choice but to respect me as an actual artist. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a pop star. I am an artist. And that's what I got from Doja. I lived for it. And I had two performances that I loved, and they sit right up together that I loved for the night, and that was one of them. The other performance that I loved so much was Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys, Alicia Keys can be hit or miss. Okay? She could be hit or miss. Hit or miss. But Alicia Keys set a whole mood. A whole mood. She literally came through with the grown woman. She came in there with a whole grown woman vibe. She put that thing down like a Patti LaBelle or an Aretha. She was stepping in that. She wasn't, because MTV Awards is about youth and new. What's new and what's current. And generally, when there's an older artist or an artist from before that comes through, it's usually a Tina Turner or a Janet Jackson or a Missy Elliott. It's somebody legendary or going that direction. And she was basically the one that will be filling that space. And I don't even see Alicia Keys as that, but she earned her spot. She was clean as hell in this gold. It was a gold sequin. Well, it had more pailles than sequins, but it was sequins and pailles covered like fish scales. And it had this long train, and it was very Harlem Nights. Very Harlem Nights. It was very much a blues club way, 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 way back in the day, and it was fabulous. Everything around her was like money, midnight blue, and rhinestones, and other people. The other person was in gold was Sway Lee. Sway Lee brought the youth to it. He came out. They were doing their song La La, and then she moved on from that, and she went into Empire State of Mind and sang the hell out of it. Now, I'm not even from New York. I'm not from New York, but I can imagine when she opened up her mouth, and it's always like that. When she first started, when the song was hot, it had a feel to it. And that's why everybody loved that song, Empire State of Mind. Even if you're not from New York, there's a pride that comes through with the song. As soon as she does that whole concrete jungles where dreams are made of, if you're talented any type of way, you could feel that thing. And I always have when she's singing that song. As soon as she breaks into that chorus, it it sets a mood. And like I said, I'm not even from New York, but there's a pride attached to that song. So I can just imagine anybody who's from New York, the set was gorgeous. You know, the set was gorgeous. It just was damn good. Right, Nappy Child, 1920 Harlem. Right. It was just it. That and Doja both were sitting up top for me. They were sitting up top for me. That was a fantastic performance. I loved it. I went back and I watched it, and I didn't watch the whole thing. I actually didn't watch Sway Lee's part anymore. It was cool. His part was good. But what captured me, and remember, I'm not young. So what captured me was the whole Empire State of Mind part. It just, it was perfection for me. And I loved it. And that was an Alicia Keys moment. She set a moment, and she needed one because she hasn't had one for quite a while. I don't think that she's actually had a moment like that since she was pregnant and was on top of the piano at BET doing the tribute to Prince. Baby, when I tell you Miss Alicia showed out that night, that's what I got from her. I haven't had a moment like that with Alicia Keys since that night. And I was there for it. I was very proud of her. And I thought it was really, really good. And I was very captured by that moment. I loved it. I really did. I loved it. Hi, Slappy and Natalia. And I see you, Lamone. Um, so that was everything. Everything. Um, let's see. I got to talk about this. Busta Rhymes. I don't know if I told you all, if I've explained to you all how much I like Busta Rhymes, and I always like Busta Rhymes. I was into Busta Bust Child, and I seen something with Busta Rhymes last night that um it just kind of, I think I've known it for a long time, but hadn't actually experienced it. Um, to where it was like so blatant that I had to say, "Oh, okay, well, yeah," you know what I mean. So, um, Busta Rhymes did his whole thing. He did his set. First of all, let me say this: Busta Rhymes has had some medical issues. He had a lot of weight gain due to some of the medical issues and just a lot of stuff going on. So I have to say it was fabulous to see him. He looked great. Listen, you talking about somebody playing in leather? That red and white leather outfit was nasty. That was so mean. It was so sharp. His red and white leather outfit. I loved it. And it was very Busta. Busta always Busta always had this metrosexual type of vibe when it comes to his dress and what he wears. I've been a fan forever. But this is what I noticed last night. The music was there. Busta Rhymes was there. Whenever you are in a club and you hear that beat drop, touch it, bring it back. You are going to start partying. Like I don't care how old you are, you're going to start moving. But what I learned last night, I said, that's the thing right there about rap and rap music. I kept saying something is missing. And then halfway through the performance, I said, it is the lust. It's the lust effect is what's actually missing. The feel of it all is completely different when you take that element where the girls are lusting after that artist. And that is what rappers are. The guys want to be them. The girls want to sleep with them, and some of the guys, but there is a lusting after them element. And when that is not there, their stage performance becomes very, well, okay. And unless they're like somebody like a LL, well, LL, you can still be lusting after LL, but it's still, he's lost some of that. Will, if they're not like legendary rappers, it just kind of loses something. You know what I mean? And that's what I saw last night. It has lost something because, yes, he is. Lamone said he is one of the most underrated rappers in the game. Yes, he is. Because that thing can spit out some stuff out of his mouth so fast when he do that. When he does that little thing, I'm like, boy, please quit playing. And everybody can't do that. There's very few people that can actually do it, like Busta Rhymes. All of that. But then there was a difference when he used to do it, where he was svelte and standing there and half dressed. And he used to do that, baby. We used to go in. And I say we because I was right. When I said some of the guys, I was one of the guys. I was going in and getting my life when he would do that. And even last night, I didn't get my life. I was just like, all right, Bus. The lusting piece is gone. It's not there. I don't lust after him anymore. It's gone. And that's what I saw in that audience. They were like rocking with the music because they knew the music, but no, they wasn't trying to have him or trying to get up with him or nothing like that. So I said, okay, so this is what that is. It's the, timing. That's all. And there's no problem with it. There's no problem with it. And that's the thing. People will party to it, but they're not so, gung ho to see you perform it. And that's what I kind of got. Now, you all can agree or don't agree. But that's how I felt. That's how I felt. That's how I felt last night. And I said, you know what? And it's not only males, it's going to happen to the females too. Funny part is, like right now, we're going to go ahead and use the queen. It's Beyonce. At this point, all the men want to sleep with her. All the women want to be her. And some of the women want to sleep with her too. Whole lot of the women want to sleep with her. But at a point, guess what? Even for her, that's going to change. That's how it used to be for Tina Turner. Tina Turner is not known for her vocals. She's not known for her lyrics. She's known for her dancing and her legs. She got popular because of her legs. And the men wanted to sleep with her, baby. The white men and black men and some other foreign men. They wanted, baby, they wanted some of that thing, honey. They wanted some of that thing. And the women said, I want to be bad, just like her. I want to be strong, just like her. And then time went by, and then it wasn't that anymore. But still, when Tina comes, it commands, she's legendary. So it's a thing where we're like, okay, but the atmosphere is still a little bit, yes, and her body, nappy child. The atmosphere is different. The atmosphere is different now. And guess what? I know people don't like to hear, but it's going to happen to Beyonce too. It's gonna happen to Beyonce too. She is a vixen right now. She is a goddess in the eyes of folks, but she's gonna age, and there's gonna come a time when they're not gonna be. It's not gonna be such a sexual lusting draw to her. It's gonna be more of a respect and you are legendary at this point. You are an icon. That's it's gonna be that thing. Look at Janet. Look at Janet. Janet was that girl. Janet still is that girl in some arenas, but you can see where it has moved on to now. There's guys out there in the audience that be having to call her Miss Janet. You know what I mean? But they still be looking like, girl, child, she let me out. Patty. But you all get what I'm saying. It happens to the women, it happens to the men. Child, nobody, time, honey. Time. Time is not on your side. Baby, time is not on your side, honey. You better enjoy it while you can. But that's what I was having. See, I be doing everything else but just watching the show. I had all of that happen with me. But Busta Rhymes was really good last night. He really was. But that was the thing that was missing from the performance. Child, wasn't nobody lusting after him. It wasn't just me, the people in the audience. They wasn't lusting after him either. They was just like, oh, okay, Bust, that's cool. And I'm like, no, I remember being in the audience like, oh, hold my drink. Child. I was like, okay, child. Another chicken wing, please, honey. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was cool. Anyway, so, all right. So we got through all that. Now, I told y'all my favorites of the night. Doja Cat, Alicia Keys, Lil Nas X, he got upstaged by Jack Harlow, Normani. It was all right. It was cool. And that's the funny part. Remember when she first came out with her other song? And she did, it was MTV. It was MTV when she had the little basketball outfit. Now she slayed that. This was nothing like that. We went on for days about the other song. Motivation. That was it. Motivation. She slayed MTV on Motivation. And this performance was nothing like that. And the bad thing about it is the choreography and the costuming and the stage stuff is like this. Motivation was like the McDonald's meal version of what was put out last night. Get into it. Anyway, but now, with all that being my favorites, y'all know there's somebody I didn't talk about. And that is Chloe Bailey. And I ain't even going to sit here and tell you about the fact that Chloe was my favorite performance, because what Chloe did last night was in a whole class by itself. So it wasn't even a thing of where we are going to, oh, well, I liked her and then everybody else fell out. Nope. It was Chloe's night last night. All of the planets aligned, and it was Chloe's night last night at the VMAs. Damn what else went on. Damn who won awards. Damn all of that. Last night was the night of Chloe Bailey. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. She turned the VMAs so completely out. So out. Booty so big. Turned it out. And this was the thing. She did her thing. She literally, I'm going to tell you what it reminds me of. For those who are old enough to remember, it was the Janet Jackson Control situation. Janet Jackson was in this situation where she was a child actress, and they kept trying to stick her in these cutesy, teeny bopperish, and that little thing. They kept trying to stick her in that, and they would not let her break out. And then it wasn't an award show, it was her video for Control. The song said this is, I mean, we literally just lived it all over again. The song Control basically told of how she felt, what she wanted, and where she was going. She did a video. The video is of like it's shot like a live performance, and she killed it. The video, she just killed it. This is the exact same thing that happened to Chloe last night. Chloe's song literally tells you everything about what she got going. She took all the negativity that's been being thrown at her, and this is her debut song as a solo artist without her sister anymore. This is her first time on stage performing her music without her sister. The song took all the negativity that's been thrown at her on social media and stuff about her big booty. Her butt is too big, which it ain't too big at all. Why is she always flossing? Because I can. Why does it cost like it do? Because I can. Because I can. And literally, she basically let you know, no more apologies for me just being me. She's overly sexual. She is. She's all those things. Yes, she's juicy. Yes, she flosses because she can. I mean, try that open for Beyonce. I'm Beyonce's protege. Me and my sister. Why can't I floss on you? Why wouldn't I? Why it costs like it do? Because I be over there with her. I got Tina Knowles in my first video, my breakout video. I got Tina Knowles as a co-star. I'm not co-starring with her. She's a co-star to me in my video. Why couldn't I floss on you? Because I'm breaking it up. That's why. That's why. All of that. So the song is ending, the song is popping. The song is popping. Same thing that I went through and I lived through with Janet Jackson. And I loved Janet Jackson at the time. I was Janet, honey. Listen, anybody that knew me back then, they'll tell you, oh, child, him and Janet, come on. Same thing. And I love Chloe. And I love what she put down. You understand? And it was racy. And it was a nod to her video. And she played right off of the storyline in her video of her being Medusa and really being a bad girl and doing all these things. And it just worked. So I didn't have to tell you like, oh, this is my favorite performance of the night, because again, it was on a whole nother level. A whole nother level. And yes, Courtney, her mic was on. She had a backing track, but she was singing. She is literally, if you've ever watched their other performance, she got that thing on lock. She got it on lock. When they do a backing track and she knows where to and where not to, and you ain't clocking it. But there's a backing track on there. There always is, even when it's her and Hallie. Because my favorite, and still to this day, this performance was excellent. I loved it. But still to this day, my favorite performance of her and Hallie together is VMAs last year, them singing Ungodly Hour. This was cute, but that performance last year, please, that's still my favorite. Because that's the thing, that's the one that made me, I always knew who they were. I followed them even when they were on YouTube. But that's the one that made me say, and I could tell then, and I've been talking about it ever since. It's been a year. I've been talking about, say, it's her. It's not her. She's good for something else. It's her. You know, and I never wanted them to split up because they're sisters and stuff, but it was necessary. It really was necessary. It's necessary, and it's good. And you see them, and they're very happy for each other. And her sister's going to be the Little Mermaid, and all of that is good. And I'm glad we've gotten through all of that. And then we're going to move into the drama. That is, because it was hands down. You know, she did what she needed to do. She really did. There's people who, she took the controversy line away from Lil Nas X. Some people thought she was too sexy. Some people thought she did too much. Some people thought it was perfect. More people thought it was perfect. Okay. And then we're going to go, I'm going to give you this right quick. And then I'm going to come back in here and we're going to talk about the drama, baby. Because the drama, listen, here comes the real good part of the show, y'all. Get into it. Are you hungry? All right, y'all. So let's talk about the tea. So Chloe shut it down. Okay. Chloe had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction. Okay. I saw it. And I was truly hoping that no one else caught it. Okay. I truly was. I was hoping that no, because again, I'm a big fan. So, and I know where she's been and what she's been through. So I was hoping that nobody else caught it. But I caught it. I seen it. Someone else actually did catch it. It was goddamn Zoe. Zoe was posting throughout the night on his Twitter or his IG, one of the two. And, you know, Zoe reacts. That's what he does. He does reaction videos. So he reacted to what he saw. And what the wardrobe malfunction was, while she was performing, you know, her performance is very energetic. It's very titillating. And she does a lot of bending over and different things like that. And one of the things that for me would be mortifying. It would be mortifying. Anything waist down, having a malfunction waist down. There was something going on. It was either, nobody could tell at the time, was it a tampon string or was it a tag from her clothing or whatever? Because she had like a thong type of garment on. And I kept saying, well, I don't know, what would it be? Because tags, generally when you wear bodysuits, there are no tags down that far. There are no tags down there. I said, well, maybe it's one of her braids. But then no, it actually showed in a couple different spots. And, you know, they're always zooming in and on you. Well, it was what it was, okay? It was what it was. So Zoe wasn't making it up. I saw it too. But again, I wasn't getting ready to get down here and drag about it. I just wasn't going to do it because I said, oh my gosh, she's going to be mortified. She's going to be mortified. And I know people are going to talk about it. And it was quiet all day for the most part. It was pretty quiet. I hadn't heard anything. And then all of a sudden, baby, it was going down. And it got so bad to where people were talking about canceling Zoe. They had gotten so mad at Zoe about even mentioning it. I said, okay, so now we're going into the thing of stans versus fans. People are pissed. They're not happy about it. And that is why I was like, child, I ain't ready to get up and fool with that. It is what it is. But what we do, YouTubers and vloggers, we do point out wardrobe malfunctions. Chloe's not any different than anybody else. Whenever there's a wardrobe malfunction, the internet is going to catch it. People are going to post videos. They're going to zoom in. They're going to do all those things. But people got pissed with Zoe, okay? Very pissed. He came down. He explained himself. He said, I wasn't trying to harm her or hurt her. I was doing what I do, and I was zooming in all night. It got so ugly. It really did. It got so ugly that it went into a whole thing. I said, here we go down this road. when it started with this. He's a gay man, and why is he even bothering to look at between her legs? He don't have no business looking between her legs, and this, that, thing, and the other. It started to be just a senseless attack. It started to be a senseless attack. Period. Child, the situation with the wardrobe malfunction and him being gay ain't got nothing to do with each other. That was being used as an attack against Zoe because you're pissed that Zoe pointed out something about your fave. She's my fave too. You know, it was what it was. I don't expect Zoe to do what I do. I shut my goddamn mouth and I ain't say nothing. I'm only talking about it now because of the kick up in the situation with Zoe. And that's more drama. So that's, again, I'm doing my job. You know, but again, we can't get around it. It's out there now. It was what it was. Zoe came back and he basically explained himself and said, you know, I'm not trying to destroy her. I'm not trying to hurt her. He said it's a tag. It was a tag. It wasn't a tampon string. I don't know. And I'll say that I don't know. I'm not going to debate it. I said tampon string. I thought it was a tampon string because, first of all, generally a tag can't even get out like that. And the tag is bigger than that. And the thing is, she got stockings on. Like a fishnet stocking. So it's not, it just didn't seem like something that couldn't happen. It could happen. It could happen to anybody. That was my thing. It could happen to anybody. Would it be mortifying? Yes, it would be mortifying. But it can happen. Yes. Women wear tampons. You ain't got no choice about what the dates are. Some women actually will start to have, and this is my understanding, if the stress level is too high, you may actually start having some spotting or something and have to end up wearing a tampon when it's not even your cycle time. And this is something that was huge, something that was going on that she could have been very nervous about. That could have, you know, Jordan, but you don't have any control over dates and when, listen, when they have to perform, they have to perform, period. And what she wears is what she wears. It was on brand for her. And it is what it is. And she did everything that she was supposed to do to try to not have that happen. But it happened. Now, what do we do now? What do we do now? But this thing, I said, why is it always this, you know, we're going into the can, we're going to cancel this person. We're going to cancel them. I just didn't see it. And the whole gay man ain't got no business. Look, excuse me. Let me stop you all. Don't men look at women, straight ones, gay ones, all men look at women. That's what they do. Anytime a woman is on television and she bends over and spreads her legs, let me tell you something. Everybody is looking. Everybody's looking. Men and women are looking. Where do you think all those people came from that was saying, oh, she was doing too much? They were looking. So I didn't like that. I just was like, here we go again. Again, selective outrage. And I was like, I don't get it, but y'all do what y'all do. Listen, Zoe's mouth, Zoe knows how to handle it. Zoe knows how to handle it, but this is what went on, y'all. So again, I'm reporting the news. How do you know? This is Kitchen Table Talk Live with SpillitBoyTV. I give you news that you can use. This is what's going on down on the streets, honey. I told you this is a little different than my usual reviews I do on a award show because some shit jumped off right after. It was a mess. But I'm going to say this because it got to be I was on another platform and it was really going down. I mean, they went really in detail about how gay men ain't got no business saying nothing about it because they don't understand it, and that a man shouldn't be speaking about a woman's tampon and this, that, and the other. I mean, we can go around and around and around. We're not supposed to see your tampon. If we don't ever see your tampon, then we never get the chance to talk about your tampon. So again, it's that double-edged sword. You understand? But I'm telling you that it is what it is. It could happen to anyone. I hate that it happened to Chloe. And as far as the conversation about a gay man don't know nothing about that, well, let me back you up, because I am a whole drag queen out here. And I have to tell you, no, I don't know nothing about wearing no tampon, but I absolutely firsthand know about wardrobe malfunctions below the waist. I've never had one, thank God, but I'm sure she felt the same way that I would feel if I pop and slip a tuck during a performance. It would be mortifying for me. And I've seen many drag queens have that situation, and it's terrible. And guess what we do to them? Child, we look and we kiki and we drag. We drag, honey. You have, and you all do too. My heterosexuals, if you see some drag queen pop a tuck, you will be dragging. And if we sit on here and say, ain't no straight woman got no business looking down at no drag queen's package, you looking because you want to know where it went. So that thing didn't stand up for me. I thought that was ridiculous. I thought it was ridiculous. And I'm saying I felt so badly for, which is why I made the choice to not say anything. But I saw it. I literally made a phone call to my brother. And I said, did you see that? He said, no. I said, go look again. He said, oh. I said, I'm not going to say a word. And I hope people just kind of, but a few hours later, boom, here we go. But no, mortifying. Do you understand me? Mortifying. But it's no need for an argument outside. It just is what it is. It's nothing but a wardrobe malfunction, like every other wardrobe malfunction that we've all seen and experienced around here. For those of us who love our entertainers, I was really appalled by that. Gay versus gay had nothing to do with it. Gay had nothing to do with it. So, okay, that wasn't the only one. Here we go. More drama. More drama. I was walking through the streets. Now we got the whole thing with Normani. Normani did a copy of Janet Jackson's Would You Mind with the whole contraption and all of that. Let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you what it looks like. Very racy, right? Sexy. Sexy if you're into that kind of thing. If you're not into that kind of thing, not so much. For me, sexy as hell. It is what it is. But there's no way to get around it. It is lesbianism at its best, at its core. There's no way around it. I mean, it was a complete lesbianism interaction. They were, it was a mock. They mocked like they were going to kiss, and she literally humped her. She literally humped her. She got up on her and she literally humped her. Lesbianism at its best. And I said, hey, you know me, child, I live. You but see, y'all been dragging Little Nas X for lap dancing in the video. So, of course, people love to play devil's advocate. Baby, I was out there in them streets, honey, walking around, and I saw my sister, honey, the TS. I said, oh God, haven't we had enough? You had the thing with Zoe, and now my sister, the TS, honey. The TS says, ooh, where's Boosie? What about the children? I said, oh no, no. But you know, that's what TS does. That's what TS does. She is going to discuss, she attacks the situations dead on. Right, wrong, or different. She attacks them dead on and she welcomes the hard conversation. And baby, it's over there getting started. It's over there getting started. So now we got the people that are saying, you know, it's that old thing. It's the hypocrisy. So that's causing a stir out in the streets. Again, I'm just a messenger. I don't give a damn either way. I like it on the board. Listen, I like girl and boy. I like boy and boy. I like girl and girl. I like two girls and a boy, two boys and a girl. I don't give a goddamn what anybody's doing. I like it all. Do what you do. If it makes you happy, that's what I don't give a shit. But baby, they getting started. The people is fussing. And people are literally saying, well, why would you even what? See, people just trying to get something started. Really? It's the hypocrisy for me. Y'all been dragging Lil Nas X for 8 months, 9 months. But this is okay. And that's all it was. She was just pointing it out. We all know, child. Listen, let me say this. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to move on. The world isn't fair. The world has never been fair. And I don't believe it ever will be. I don't. I think we'll move on and we'll the rights for LGBTQIA individuals, you know, that thing will get better. I think that definitely as time goes on, you know, some of the gay bashing and the hate speech and different things like that, it's going to get better, but it will never, ever go away because people still have their opinions and they have their right to their opinion. They do. And then they have freedom of speech. So they can actually speak their opinion. You can still say what you want. It is what it is. So everybody on the planet is never going to see eye to eye on that. And the hypocrisy when it comes to gayness with males and gayness with females, that's never going to change. It's always been like this. Always. Females and lesbianism has always been more accepted in the world than males and homosexuality. And I'll be 50 in January, and I don't see that ever changing. I don't. And guess what? It is what it is. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? It was sexy. It was good. But I can't stop everybody from arguing. But child, try to be good to each other, honey. Try not to tear each other apart too much. And that us against them stuff, knock it off. Knock it off. And leave the kids out of it. Because that was the whole point. Because that's a way to win the fight. What about the kids? I don't want my kids to see that. And when some folks that came out and said, what about the kids now? People are like, see, y'all doing too much. You try to put 20 on 10. I think it's pretty funny. It's the hypocrisy for me. But like I said, my message with what I had to say, because we went over my hour, be good to each other. As good as you can be to each other. Don't tear each other up too bad. Go on and have your conversations. Agree to disagree. Disagree, get mad. But don't tear each other up too bad. And keep your damn hands to yourself. Listen, you guys, this has been Kitchen Table Talk Live with SpillitBoyTV. This is my coverage of MTV's VMAs 2021 and the drama surrounding the VMAs. Listen, it's been a blast. I will catch you all on the flip side. Y'all have a good one.
And feel like